So it is time. I'm excited. I'm gonna clear out the driveway, and then right in here, which should be opening soon, is my new Traeger Timberline 1300. So, there it is, right there in that box. We're gonna smoke some stuff. A lot of people don't know that I was a deputy sheriff, and as a deputy sheriff, I fully endorse smoking. Smoking meat, that is.
First things first, create a clean working space. This is the new to me, Traeger 1300 Timberline. Well, Timberline 1300, that is. This is the largest smoker that they have currently for the consumer market, and it is heavy duty. Like really heavy. But that's a good thing because, of course, that means quality. And this is what all that quality looks like in a box. It's actually a good idea if you want to assemble one of these to get a side table to set all the parts on, just so everything's organized. It makes a lot of the assembly, well, just a lot easier. And also make sure to follow the instructions in order so that you don't wind up putting things on and getting them in the way.
So, we're already up to nearly assembled. And I think there's a bunch of things that are a lot cooler. For example, just the grease tray. My dogs try to eat the buckets on the other one. This is a grease tray with a tray inside a tray. So we're definitely using that little trap. Push it in here, and now I don't have to worry about animals getting it.
The dogs can't eat it anymore.
Yeah, and it's airtight. That's awesome. And even the grease channel inside runs down the entire length here into another channel here, down that, into that hole, and out into the grease tray.
So cool.
So much better. A lot more shelves too. Over here in the pellet hopper, we've got this handle. I don't know what it does.
Probably just a handle of stuff.
Yeah, but we got the load sensor here. That's pretty cool. Little auger.
What's a load sensor?
That tells you how many pellets are in there.
Cool.
Automatically. So we don't run out of the net anymore. So all we have left to do is put in the trays and wheel it out back to its brand new deck home.
These Traeger racks are the heaviest I've ever had so far. They are solid. Of course, that's good because that means I could just put on heavy meat. And I have plans for lots of heavy meat. It's all pretty much that simple.
Wouldn't this rip? Wouldn't that rip? Yeah, towards the front. Or is that?
No, let's keep things from going off the back. Look at that. Look at all those. How many Ollens can I put in there? I know I used to be able to put one whole Ollen in there.
I'm sure you might be able to fit me in there.
And the final batch. I don't know if I want it this way. Oh, look at that. How delightful. A little cutting board on the side for, olives for your martinis. I actually just realized this. See a little divot right here. So if you do have like meat juice on it, you can just tip it back and wash it off that way. That makes it easier.
They've got everything. They've got everything.
That is everything.
Now time to take it to the brand new deck and get this thing started. Here's our brand new Alaskan cedar wood deck in the backyard I just built. Super awesome. Check out the blog post on that.
We got the other one right there. I put it right there. This one's gonna go right there. The other one right there is gonna go right there. That's gonna go right there, and that's gonna go right there. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yesterday we built that, put it together, set it on the deck for display. Right behind it is the 780, I think the Pro 780, and this here's the Timberline 1300. So the only thing we have left to do is get it filled up with pellets and prime it. Basically run it through like the first burn cycle just to get everything acclimated to itself and all that, and well, then we're ready to smoke stuff. Okay, so for the first set of pellets I'm gonna put in this thing, I'm gonna be using hickory. Why hickory? Because it was on the top of my stack. That's all it is. Oh, I forgot. The only other thing I have to do is get this thing tuned into my, oh my God, their Wi-Fi system, which is really simple. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But it's almost brainlessly simple. Okay, it's actually called the Traeger Wi-Fi system, which is pretty simple. I don't want to do it right now, but you just have to scan that thing. and it programs to your system. And this one's even better because it's got a little Wi-Fi antenna down here. Look how cute it is. It's not worried about its size. It's all ready to go. Pro tip, this is important. When you're scanning the QR code, it's vital when you want to connect to the Traeger app and all that stuff. Plug in the Traeger first. I've been trying for 5 minutes and I was like, what the hell? This is so easy with the other one. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. Oops.
If you haven't seen it in person, the Traeger app is fantastic. You can actually set it up, program it, monitor everything in your Traeger, including the pellets, and run it from about 10 miles away, which I have done because I forgot groceries that I needed for dinner. Anyway, on my way home, I can up the temperature when I know I want a higher heat, and everything's ready when I get there.
So this actually holds, this is just one of those bags, and it seems to hold more than just one bag, so that's a lot of pellets, a lot of smoking, and this is more efficient than the other ones because it has the heat seals on it like this. So that's a lot of smoking time.
A lot of this Traeger is a huge upgrade from the 780 right behind it. The deck, the chopping boards, the built-in handles for accessories, even this grease trap is, for me, a huge improvement. Not only does it slide in to keep debris out, but unlike the old one, which dripped into a bucket, which was horrible because my 2 dogs would love to drag it around the yard and eat it, this one's actually just really easy to clean. So when you're setting it up, the instructions are pretty straightforward and simple. Make sure you read them. It's always a good idea. Another good note about the Traeger app is your Traeger can actually update, which is something that you might need to do from time to time, especially when they come out with improvements in the programming. So for those of you who haven't seen it, this is just a simple manual start. Turn it to the temperature you want, hit the button, and then push ignite to start. Listen to that motor. Not only does this Traeger Timberline 1300 have the highest capacity, but it's the most efficient of all the Traeger smokers. One thing that was pointed out to me is it's not going to billow as much smoke as any other Traeger because all the smoke is kept inside the smoker. And that of course helps when you run super smoke, which is a great way to smoke things like cheeses, which you can't heat up very much. And these are going to be our inaugural Traeger steaks. And right here I could just switch the Traeger to 350 degrees, monitor its progress, and just set up and wait inside until we're ready to go. You might not realize it, but the Traeger app actually gives you the freedom to help let your kids be a part of the cooking process. It frees up your hands, which frees up your ability to hang out with them.
Be quick. Oops, that's too slick.
This is, of course, is not how I normally put steaks on the smoker, but I'm filming with one hand and using a 10-year-old to hold my meat in the other, so do what you gotta do. Also, just a note, I'm not cooking these in any particularly fancy way. I'm actually just searing them because, 1, you can do that with a Traeger, and 2, I was hungry and really wanted to eat.
Okay. I'm excited.
That's right. Got it.
So we got steaks for mommy and daddy, and steaks for you guys. You guys are lucky. Goodbye!
One important tip, don't forget to turn off your Traeger. I did, and I burned half a bag of pellets.
What do you think, Ika?
Take it away because a giant gun.
What do you think, Alec?
God.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm open to any questions if you have them about this smoker. I know I didn't get to talk about every aspect of it or anything I've done with it, but hey, that's what comments are for. So, again, hit me up in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. See you next time.